Apologies for the extra song. I really needed to order some food because, as I mentioned, I was snacking on grain wafers and already ate one of these bags earlier today after demolishing an entire barbecue chicken earlier today. So I knew if I didn't actually get to order some food, I will end up snacking on chips, which will be horrible. The new place is ready. The problem is the internet. The government fucked up. They were supposed to roll out fiber optic to the street. They did, but when they say to the street or to the curb, it's literally across the street, which means it's 800 meters of copper cable, which means the internet doesn't work. So I ended up paying the government department $3,000 to quite literally install fiber optic to the fucking house so the internet actually works properly. And it's sitting on a waiting list. So I'm basically using my work connections to try to poke the government to do it a little bit quicker, because the average waiting time is more than 6 months for them to commence the work. But fortunately, through my work connections, I know someone that's above director level within the government department that's laying out this shit. So I'm trying to get them to quicken the process. So once that all gets sorted, I won't have to stream in this empty room in an apartment that's getting renovated. I'll actually be able to do it from the new place. So yeah, I basically come here on the weekend. Friday after work, I drive close to an hour to get to this place. I've literally set up a little sleeping area that's a sleeping bag and a bed sheet and a pillow. So it's very Roman because I'm sleeping on the floor. And I use the weekends to live stream and edit and do my personal work stuff on the computer. Why didn't you make the request in advance? Well, one, we didn't know we were going to be moving there. Two, before we moved, I actually called up and confirmed with 3 different people that the internet in the place would be fiber optic to the curb. They confirmed that it was, and so when it came to them to actually connect it to the house, the guy that came to connect it basically said, yeah, I'm here to connect the copper cable. And I'm like, what do you mean copper cable? And I found out through about 20 minutes of calling the guy's bullshit that the copper cable runs from the other side of the street 3-4 houses down. So basically they lied about the fact that it was fiber optic to the curb in front of the house, as most government departments do. They lie. So I did do the necessary checks beforehand. They just basically lied. What they said and what it is was 2 different things. And so I basically refused to let them connect to the house. I got in contact with the department and I basically said, look, how much would it cost you guys to actually upgrade this to the fiber optic? And they were like $3,000. And I'm like, I will pay you the $3,000 to do your job. And so I paid it and I'm waiting. So I'm using my work connections to try to get the process sped up. That's the one good thing about working in a telecommunications company. All the people in these companies tend to sort of leapfrog from one company to another, and some of them end up working in government, which is why I try to make friends with people. You never know when you might need them. And always remember their coffee order. Always remember their coffee order. People love when you catch up over a coffee and you know what they drink. It shows that you've paid attention. It's a very good tactic. I highly recommend knowing people's coffee orders. They will really appreciate it. They will really appreciate it. All right, I've made the order. It should arrive in about 20, 30 minutes. So if the thing does ring, I apologize in advance. If it doesn't, let's enjoy the episode. We are up to episode 38. What is your biggest sin? I think we had this discussion before, and I think we came to the conclusion that my sins would be pride and wrath. I think lust is also up there, but I consider that normal considering I'm a male in his 20s. And if I wasn't if I wasn't lusty, I wouldn't be doing my part for the sake of humanity and prolonging the species. We've got more than another hour. I'm literally sitting here in the apartment all by myself. And I'll be sleeping here overnight because I agreed to let in the electrician tomorrow morning that's coming to work here. So, you know, I have to negotiate a little bit with the people that let me come here over the weekend and use the place. So I'm sleeping here tonight on the hard floor to let him in. So I'm going to use it to my advantage and probably stay up really late in the morning editing videos so I can get those anime reactions up on Patreon for the people that missed them tonight, because I don't want them to miss out. Like my personal saying, be nice to everyone you meet, as you never know who you will find clinging to the edge of a cliff. That is true. That is true. Internet problems getting solved soon? I thought I just explained the situation like 2 minutes ago. I hope it's going to be resolved soon, but knowing my string of bad luck, let's not jinx it. And yes, it's a small world. One of the biggest shocks was when I went to work and I found that girl that I dated a while ago was also working there. All right, let's watch episode 38. Oh yeah, PTSD is a bitch. Oh God! She's a cat person. Wait, is that a dog? It's a dog! So cute.
No matter where you are, I will be watching you from the shadows.
I mean, if that was my kid, I don't know if I would be proud or worried.
Hello?
Hello there, madam. This is your neighborhood florist.
What are you talking about, Colonel?
Sorry. I kinda got drunk and somehow bought a car full of flowers.
I mean, that is so romantic. Not only are you drunk dialing her, but you bought a car full of flowers. Now, why didn't you drive them and leave them in front of her place? Don't drunk dial, kids. Do not drunk dial. That shit is bad. When you are drunk, put the phone away. Do yourself a favor. And don't even think about drunk texting. I almost said something else, but you get what I mean.
You wanna do me a favor and take some off my hands? What's wrong? Did something happen?
No, sir. It's nothing.
Are you sure?
Yes, sir. Everything's fine. And sorry to let you down, but I don't even own a flower vase.
Oof.
Thanks for thinking of me, though. Have a good night.
She's got one plant. Poor thing.
Okay, bye.
She doesn't want to put him in danger. Aww.
It's amazing how uncanny his timing is.
Man's best friend. Man's best friend. I'm gonna see if the kid is in this opening. I feel sorry for all the people on YouTube if this ever does make it to YouTube, because it is impossible to get a video out with these opening themes. It's like the Game of Thrones opening theme. You don't skip it. You dance along to it every single fucking time.
We got a report on someone matching Scar's description. We believe he was headed here.
An abandoned mining town?
That's right. Baskul's pretty much a ghost town since the mines were closed. Plenty of buildings to hide in.
This could be tricky.
We'll need to split into search parties. All squads are to contact us here immediately if you spot Scar.
Yes, sir!
We've got orders to keep the two of you company.
Yeah.
You think they're Kimberly's men?
No doubt about it.
Conflict at bus school.
Now let's see.
What's it gonna take to ditch these guys?
Ah! There was someone
was?
He went this way!
Hey, hold on!
Wait
Seriously?
for us!
Seriously?
What the?
Oh, alchemist.
Where are they? They turned down this hall. Damn it, they're trying to lose us.
Well, that didn't take long.
And that's that. I'm pretty sure we lost him. But you know what? This place is... too damn big!
No, you're just too damn small.
It's gonna take weeks to search every one of these buildings.
It would make things a hell of a lot easier if Scar and that girl just came to us.
Speak of the devil.
It can't be!
No way.
Panda girl?
Can't believe it!
She did come to us.
I remember how before she had a thing for Ed, but then she lost interest in Ed when she found out Al is, you know, like younger and more human than him. She's hunting white European boys.
What in the world are you doing here, Alphonse?
May! I didn't think we'd ever find you!
God damn it, Mei Ling!
You came this whole way just so you could find me?
Yeah, I really needed to see you!
My sweet Alphonse!
I need you to tell me all you can about alchemy. Can you...
Followed me for hundreds of miles! He said he
Al's not the only one. I need to see you too, little girl. Tell us everything you know. You're not leaving until we've got what we want.
Oh no, both brothers have fallen desperately in love with me! I'm sorry, Edward, but you're just not my type!
Don't play games with us.
Let me out, Al! Oh, sorry. I kept bumping my head.
Excuse me! Who is this woman now? How could you do this to me? Am I not enough for
No,
you, Alphonse?
it's not like that. She's just a friend. Wait, why am I explaining this like I was cheating on her or something?
Is it just me, or do all women understand that emotional trigger of saying, "Who is she? Am I not good enough for you? What does she have that I don't? It's her boobs, isn't it?" I swear all women are born with I swear all women are born with this innate instinct of knowing how to manipulate men. It's like a fucking textbook that they get when they're born. It's like, here, this will come in handy when you're 18 or something. It's fucking ridiculous. Whereas guys don't even get an instruction manual for their penis. They end up discovering it when they hit around 8 years old, and it's like, wait a minute, is this more than just pee? It's like one of those fucked up things. Fuck my life, Jesus Christ. You know what? Now that I think about it, raising a boy is going to be just as bad as raising a girl. I don't know which one's worse.
Sorry. I kept bumping my head.
Excuse me! Who is this woman now? How could you do this to me? Am I not enough for you,
No,
Alphonse?
it's not like that. She's just a friend. Wait, why am I explaining this like I was cheating on her or something?
Hey, May, you shouldn't go running off like that. The Elric brothers are here!
Who's that?
Right, my face. I'm Dr. Marco.
What? Dr. Marco?
But you look... What happened?
Why don't you tell me what you're doing here first?
The Elric brothers are here!
Huh?
And who are you?
Okay, seriously, the city is being searched for and all these people are yelling. I mean, come on. The only instinct I was born with is to sleep 12 hours and nap frequently during the remaining 12. Are you sure you're not a Kuma? Because that sounds like a Kuma. Do you also sleep after eating? You're probably a Kuma. I'm telling you now.
Don't act like you don't know me. How could you have forgotten Yoki, the great proprietor of Usewell?
Rather easily. Are you sure we've actually met?
How cruel! And after you destroyed my life.
Destroyed my life. I don't even know who you are.
The glorious mining town of Usewell. I brought prosperity to the town as both governor and foreman of the coal mine.
Wait, what?
The people loved me, for I was more devoted to their happiness than anything.
What's being shown and what you're saying is not the same thing. Can someone translate? Oh shit, bitch slapping a kid.
But alas, we were cursed by the arrival of the greatest criminal of all time, the state alchemist, Edward Elric.
You know what? Maybe we should use subs, just saying. Because reasons. And it's kind of funny how everyone's version of the story is just interesting. Brotherhood skipped over this part. I think it's actually shown in the 2003 version.
Oh, how cruel! And after you destroyed my life! Huh?
Usewell.
The glorious mining town of Usewell. I brought prosperity to the town as both governor and foreman of the coal mine. The people loved me, for I was more devoted to their happiness than anything. But alas, we were cursed by the arrival of the greatest criminal of all time, the state alchemist, Edward Elric. Little did I know, it was an ingenious deception. These heartless creatures of avarice schemed to overthrow me. And thus, the mine was stolen from me. Even worse, I was banished by the ungrateful townspeople. The military even fell for their wretched lies. I set out to renew my life in every trade imaginable, but I failed at each one. I then tried to invest my savings, only to yet again be swindled. Left with no other options, I called upon a wealthy family to request a charitable loan.
Oh God! Winfrey?
None of it would have happened if it weren't for the Elric brothers. And that's when I swore to myself, nothing would stop me from taking my revenge upon the ones who had done this to me. And it will be a vengeance far worse than death.
Let's get back to where we were. I apologize because I'm going to be taking out my food and eating. I am absolutely starving. Please don't hold it against me. Where were we up to? Ah, yes, this asshole.
None of it would have happened if it weren't for the Elric brothers.
Those meddling kids.
When I swore to myself, nothing would stop me from taking my revenge upon the ones who had done this to me. And it will be a vengeance far worse than death.
It's not right! I'll never let a thieving hussy like you take it from me!
Did he just call me a hussy?
So that was General Armstrong. Wow, small world. So she grew up in a well-off family. The dowry must be considerable. Maybe I should consider sending her my wedding application. No, her younger sister. She has a younger sister? Oh my God.
Already told you, she's just a childhood friend.
You should think about something else, like alchemy.
You better listen to me, damn it!
Yeah, how
Of
sad.
course it's
Life
wet.
is hard, trust me. I know just how you
Are
feel.
you patronizing me?
Oh god, it's spilt. God.
So you're
fucking
telling
damn it.
me that you lost the girl? You're not the most competent soldier, are you?
I'm sorry, sir. I'll lead a search team. I need 2 men from Charlie Squad.
Yes, sir. Don't forget, Major.
I know Scar is our main objective. You'll be the first to know if we locate him.
Nothing here either. Nothing edible, that is.
You must be Scar.
We'll need you to come with us. Mr. Kimberly is waiting for you.
I'm impressed with your tracking skills. But do you honestly think that the 2 of you are gonna be enough to take me against my will?
We'll see, but we do have a slight advantage.
Let's just see how this plays out. Chimeras, huh? Let's go.
Fullmetal Alchemist. Fullmetal Alchemist.
I've learned a lot since we met. Like what it takes to create a Philosopher's Stone. I know there's something wrong with this country, and there's something rotten with its alchemy. We've decided to look into the possibilities of Xingyi's alchemy, and we figured that she could help.
You're on the right path. But you aren't the first person to put all of these pieces together. This book is a collection of his research and theories. It's written in code, but we believe this book contains all of the answers that we need.
If we can decipher what's in there, then Al and I can...
Perhaps. I believe so. But they'll be impossible to translate without the assistance of Scar.
What do we need him for?
What do you think that was?
That's the building Scar was in. You think it's the military?
Look, all of you just need to stay put and hide out in here. Al and I will find out what's going on.
So Scar's here.
He's fast for his size.
That looks like the Dora and Zarbon.
Tired yet? You see, we know you've got to touch us to use your alchemy. So we'll just keep a nice, comfortable distance while we attack you.
We studied your file carefully enough to know that you destroy the ground when things start to look bad.
Is that Kenpachi?
We're gonna beat you to a pulp before turning you over.
Well, look at this. I guess we got here just in the nick of time, huh?
Didn't they just run off somewhere?
His voice! Brother, I think these are Kimberly's goons. The ones he brought from Central.
They are? Yeah, I think you're right.
We've already got this under control. You just sit tight while we take care of Scar.
Talking monsters!
What's wrong with the 2 of you? We're all on the same side!
I've never teamed up with any freaky-looking monsters!
Help us! They're pretending to be our friends so they can eat us!
The chubby one has an enormous mouth! He could eat you in a single bite!
You obnoxious brats! Settle down! Whoa, this kid is even faster than Scar.
Brother?
What are you laughing at?
It's so light! It's incredible! Amazing! It's like they're not even there! This cold weather automail is magnificent!
You're gonna regret messing with me, kid!
So my punches are lighter too?
Let's see how fast you move covered in my spit!
Your special power is saliva? Well, if that's the case... let's break it down and revert it to water!
It's freezing!
And now...
What do you think you're doing, brother?
My skin is peeling!
I think from now on I'm gonna call that one the wet tongue on a freezing flagpole attack.
For the last time, quit attacking us! We're supposed to be on the same damn side!
You shut your snout, pig! I've never seen you before in my whole life! And you must be the enemy if I don't know you! I bet you can't even prove to me that you're on our side!
Fine, I'll transform back to prove it to you!
Thanks for the opportunity, sucker!
Zampano!
It's kinda stupid to drop your defense during combat.
Damn it, let me go!
Did he just use his brain?
Why don't you take a little nap?
Did Al just kill?
He just had to go and free himself. Do you really think you're gonna get away?
Did Al just kill?
It's time to pay for what you've done.
Wait, why are you fighting him?
You if you try to stop me.
Why they're fighting? Shouldn't they talk?
He's a heedless fool to charge me without thinking. You offer your arm to me, then I'll take it!
I hate to tell you, but my arm isn't steel anymore. Make this difficult!
Well, that's gonna draw attention.
Don't hurt them!
He's a simp.
What are you doing here, you idiot?
That's close enough.
You brought her here, Major?
What are these creatures? I'd guess they're the result of some ungodly experiment by our superiors. Tie them both to that column. Right away, sir. And as for you, Scar, I regret having to treat one of my own people so harshly, but I can't just let you walk away, not after what you've done.
Your own people, huh?
You two can leave. We've got it from here.
Winry!
Stop, Winry! Stay back!
Let me go. It's all right.
It couldn't be any less all right!
Miss, you need to stay back.
Just let me. Please understand. You have to let me talk to him. I need to, Ed. Why? Why did you kill my mother and father?
There's nothing I can say that won't sound like an excuse. And nothing can change the fact that I am responsible for their deaths.
That is so fucked. I feel bad for him. The guilt's eating him up to the point that he's actually listening to her in the middle of combat. He knows they were innocent, and he feels guilty for it to the point that he would even let her kill him, even though he hasn't completed what he set out to do. He's not a bad guy. He just got handed very shitty circumstances. It's tragic. It really is tragic. He's just another victim in all of this. He's just trying to do his best in a fucked up world where he was literally the target of genocide. It's horrible. I really feel for the poor guy.
What happened? That's where Major Miles was.
This isn't good. Looks like we've gone over the 24-hour time frame. And you know our Ice Queen. Patience and compassion aren't really her strong suits.
We did the best we could. We didn't know we'd have to grope our way around back in the dark.
Maybe if these guys hadn't made us douse the lights so their monster wouldn't see us, we'd have made it.
Welcome back, sir.
They made it back! Take these men to sickbay.
I'm sorry.
There's no reason to be.
I thought you were ordered to seal up this hole after 24 hours.
Yes, sir. But as you can see, it hasn't been 24 hours yet.
Oh!
It's a nice watch, isn't it? General Armstrong gave it to me whenever you guys left.
Mad respect for her. Mad fucking respect. Nah. Mad fucking respect. Nah. She deserves to be in command of people. She's a good leader. She's a good leader. She ain't no fucking Ice Queen. She's fucking amazing. She's fucking amazing. She's fucking amazing. They need to give her some fucking flowers after that. She'll fucking hate it, but she fucking deserves it.
General!
Best fucking girl.
Did you find the advance party?
There were only 2 survivors.
Is that so?
May I ask what you're doing?
I'm looking at the mountains. I like the winters up here. Everything's black and white. I appreciate the pure simplicity of it.
That's not true, sir. You can see blue if you look up. There's nothing that's entirely black and white. And thanks for showing your soldiers a little mercy. It means a lot, sir.
That's nice. But I don't know what you're talking about.
That is the most wholesome moment in the entire evening. She's so good. I love her to bits.
It appears we have guests.
Long time no see, General Armstrong. Sorry to drop in like this, but it's somewhat urgent. Central Command has a few questions that they would very much like to have answered.
Fall back! Everyone back!
Damn it!
What's going on in there, Fullmetal?
You bastard! This is all your fault, Kimberly! You were supposed to be watching win rate!
Mr. Kimberly, look up there on the roof!
Is he gonna do the whole King Kong thing where he keeps the girl hostage? Okay, I'm not gonna do that, but yeah, I feel like they made a deal for Scar to take her, since technically it's a way to keep her safe and away from Kimberly and the military. Well, that thoroughly protects both Scar and Winry, as they can't kill him. They can't kill him without killing her, and doing so would give Ed nothing to hold back for. Very true. And it also gives an excuse for getting rid of those 2 soldiers that were made to follow Ed and Al. General Armstrong, and I've said this time and time again, is pretty much taking responsibility for everything, putting her own life on the line to protect her men. Whereas most other leaders would sacrifice all of their men at a chance of protecting themselves. That's probably why every single person at that fortress respects her and follows her every order. That is phenomenal. That is phenomenal. That is the definition of being a true leader. I pretty much hold that on par with Leonidas back from ancient Greece when he took his 300 bodyguards and fought off the Persians. And that famous saying where, you know, another leader would sacrifice any one of their men, whereas he would die for any of his. And she's doing the same. She's willing to risk her own life to save a handful of her men. That is just fucking amazing, especially for someone in her position. A lot of people go in with good intentions, but they don't last that long. That would be the greatest difference between Olivia Armstrong and King Bradley. Oh yeah, they are complete polar opposites to each other, but I find it fitting that they both use a sword as their primary weapon. Yet they are so different. They're completely different to each other. And I think that's good. And it also shows through Armstrong, who we see earlier in the series, who bears the guilt of the Chevalan War because he didn't want to kill civilians, and he challenged him and he broke him as a person. It goes to show that those values are actually instilled in more than just one of the Armstrong kids. It's a good quality, it's good character, it's good upbringing. It shows that they care more about than just themselves. It's also sad because people like that are usually overlooked in the world, and they don't make it very far because they're considered weak or expendable or not useful. You know, we saw in the episode about the Ishvalan War that Armstrong was sort of cast aside. It's like, bring me a useful alchemist, you know, that's actually going to do something, because he wouldn't kill civilians. It's sad. And we haven't seen her use that sword in true combat, only for a quick kill against General Raven. From what we've seen, she's pretty quick with that thing. I can only assume she's proficient at it, considering she's bringing a sword to a gunfight. A woman that brings a sword to a gunfight is not someone to be trifled with. Okay? You saw what she did when she was fighting fucking Sloth. She took the tank and she's like, ram him. She's not someone that I would take lightly. She's got balls of steel, my friends. All right, let's take a quick little break so I can use this opportunity to eat my burger so I'm not nibbling at it throughout the whole episode, and so I can focus it. So I'll play a quick song and I'll finish up eating as well as writing a review for this thing, because the drink spilt. It went all over the burger and everything's wet and soggy, but I'm going to deal with it. Military is like, there's collateral damage in war. And he's like, nah, bruh. She's like, freeze the bastard. Let him sit there for the rest of the season. Her one-liners are legendary. I really like her. She's only been in this series for like, 3 episodes? But the amount of presence that she brings to the series, she stands out as one of the main characters, like, bam. You know, she cuts through all the bullshit, which I really like. This show has really good female characters. Well written, well developed, each with their own unique flavor. They're proper characters. They're not treated as side characters. And that's what I really appreciate about this anime. It doesn't give you that fluff. And it's not written with, you know, a social agenda in mind to show that, yes, women can be badasses too. They're like, no, she's a badass. The fact that she's a woman doesn't matter. And it's like, yes, now you get it. Wet and soggy. You just had to. I'm never going to be able to look at my mayonnaise the same way again.
Hey, did I hand you a shrinking potion by accident? I could have sworn that was the gender swapping one.
Don't be hating. She's fun size, that's all. She doesn't even have to get on her knees to blow.
You want to add anything to that conversation?
Nope, I'm good. In fact, I think your new size makes you an even more formidable and stealthy ninja.